Hello friends, welcome you all to Target UPSC Prelims 2021. Today we are going to discuss current events related to 23rd of December. Some of the important news. Before that, first quote that you can use in essay. The quote is by our ex-Prime Minister of India, Iron Lady of India, Indira Gandhi. What the quote says, to be liberated, women must feel free to be herself, not in rivalry to man, but in the context of her own capacity and her own personality. Very, very important quote. I would suggest every one of you to remember this quote, which you can use in an essay related with women, equality, inclusive growth and development, as well as certain social aspects. Clear? Now, going for the news. First news. The first news is a very, very important news from the perspective of India. This is a news about an award given by United Nations Fund for Population. It is given by a committee, and this award has been given to an Indian NGO for the first time. Its name is HelpAge India. So here, first I will give you what are the basics, then we will give some additional information. Now first thing, here remember, HelpAge India, an important NGO, was presented United Nations Population Award for 2020, which is issued by UNFPA. It is not DA, it is UNFPA. UNFPA stands for United Nations Population Fund. Here remember, it is United Nations Sexual and Reproductive Health Agency. It has certain important purposes. Now while giving this award, an important thing, this award has been given by United Nations Fund for Population. The awardees have been selected by the Committee for United Nations Population Award. It was chaired by Ionjinga, IONJINGA, who is the permanent representative of Romania to the United Nations, and this committee is composed of representatives of 9 other United Nations member states. It is for the first time that any Indian institution has received this award for United Nations Population Award. HelpAge India, which has been working for the cause and care of disadvantaged older person. This is important, disadvantaged older person, to improve their quality of life for over almost 4 decades. It is the first Indian institution to receive this award. We'll go in details of all these things. Then, what is the mission of this United Nations Fund for Population? Its mission is to deliver a world where every pregnancy is wanted. They do not want to disable this every pregnancy. Every childbirth is safe and every young person's potential is fulfilled is the objective of this particular mission. Now, some important information about HelpAge India. It is founded in 1978. Its founder was Mr. Jackson Cole and Samson Daniel. Type 12A ATG, no need to remember. Focus is helping elderly, specifically disadvantaged elderly. Location is in New Delhi. Area served, India. This is the basic about this HelpAge India. Here remember, this HelpAge India is given each year, and this committee comprises the members. Now some important information about this award. United Nations Population Award. It is selected by Committee for the United Nations Population Award, which is a 10-member committee. Committee honors an individual or a group of institutions. That's why this is important. So here remember, committee honors either an individual or also an institution. So this is a basic thing that you have to remember. The recognition is given in contribution in population and reproductive health question as well as to their solution. This award was presented for the first time in the year 1983. This award carries a gold medal, then a diploma and a monetary prize. Remember, this award was established in the year 1981 but was given for the first time in the year 1983. And back in 1992, that is almost 28 years back, it was awarded in individual category to Mr. J.R.D. Tata as an individual laureate. So this was the basic thing. Now, second important part where you could definitely get a question in UPSC prelims. You must have seen, or you might have seen, certain questions in category of environment or agriculture where it is not possible to find certain trends and certain data where you could get a question. That's why I am taking this particular trend and data. First I will explain you about this extreme climate event, and then I will go recent trends that you have to remember very carefully. See, this particular mapping of extreme weather event hotspot has been made by CCEW. What is CCEW? It stands for Council on Energy, Environment and Water, CEEW, Council on Energy, Environment and Water, it gave a report. Now what is this report? It is interesting. The report said over 75% districts in India, that is 63.8 crore people, lives on the hotspots of extreme climate event. Which are those extreme climate event? It could be cyclones, floods, drought, heat and cold waves. So almost 63.8 crore people of India are suffering from all these kinds of anomalies. Now some important information about Council on Environment, Energy and Water. It has been formed in the year 2010, almost 10 years back. It is a type of public policy think tank located in New Delhi. It is chairman of board of directors Jamshed Godrej and its CEO is Arunabha Ghosh. Remember the name, its CEO is Arunabha Ghosh. Additional information, CEEW is a not-for-profit policy research institution and think tank which advises the government of India. Here you could get a question. The questions are, what are the key areas of research of the CEEW? The 4 research areas are resource efficiency and security. See, another important development or another important area which you can use these current events are, you can use the language that I am using in writing your answers of UPSC mains. Everything I am taking is very important for UPSC prelims, no doubt, but UPSC prelims should be used as a basis for building your knowledge, building your language and building your content for writing UPSC mains in a very efficient and effective manner. So here, what are the 4 key areas of this CEEW? They are resource efficiency and security, second one is water resources, third one is renewable energy and fourth one is environment and water plants. So these are key areas. Now what are the key findings of this report, which is very important? First, it has said it is for the first time in India that this kinds of hotspot mapping has been carried out by any agency. For the first time. It means somewhere we are giving more and more focus and importance to all these kinds of extreme events that are happening in India. Now, frequency and intensity of these events have been rising in recent years. A simple data which you can use in your essay. From 1970 to 2005, that is for almost time period of 35 years, these kinds of hotspot events were just 250. But in last 15 years, that is from 2005 to 2020, the events or the intensity or the frequency of these hotspots have increased from 250 to 310, which is a serious concern. It means in 35 years the events were just restricted to 250, but in last 15 years it has increased to 310, so which is a serious concern. Now some important findings given by this report. I will just read out those findings. They are important. I don't want to bother you with these things. I expect that every one of you take a headphone, put it in your ear and listen these things very carefully. Now what are the important findings of this report? Just listen it very carefully. In the last 50 years, the frequency of flood events increased 8 times. Frequency of flood events increased 8 times. This number or this landmarks is important. Events associated with floods such as landslide, heavy rainfall, hailstorm, thunderstorm and cloudburst, they increased by 20 times. Then 6 of India's 8 most flood prone districts in the last decades were Barpeta, Darrang, Dhemaji, Gopalpara, Golaghat, Shivsagar are in Assam. So out of 8, 6 are located in the Assam. Then the yearly average of drought affected districts increased 13 times after 2005, which is nearly 68% of the districts have faced drought and drought-like situation. 68% district. Then drought affected district hotspot in India in last decades were Ahmednagar and Aurangabad, both are located in Maharashtra. Anantpur and Chittoor located in Andhra Pradesh. Then Bagalkot and Bijapur, Chikkaballapur, Gulbarga and Assam all are in Karnataka. That is peninsular India is affecting, that is specifically the northern edge of peninsular India is facing this important difficulty. Then the study has also found a shift in the pattern of extreme climate event such as flood prone areas are becoming drought prone areas and vice versa in over 40% of Indian districts. So there is a switch of the Indian climate which is a serious concern that we have to take into the consideration. So all these things are very, very important that you have to keep in mind from the examination point of view. So this is the case. I discussed just this a few minutes back. Then next important news is about India Workplace Equality Index. A very, very important. Suri Foundation hotelier, his name I don't remember. His name is Keshav Suri. He gave this particular India Workplace Equality Index almost 2 years after when Supreme Court decriminalized consensual homosex. So that's why this particular Indian Workplace Equality Index has this significance. So why it is important here? Remember, it is India's Workplace Equality Index. Why it is important here? It is India's first comprehensive benchmark tool for employees, specifically LGBT, that is lesbians, gays, bisexuals and transgenders. It aims at measuring the progress on LGBT communities inclusion at the workplaces. Now the area where you could get a question, this index measures 9 important areas. UPSC might not ask you a question on 9 important areas in prelims, but UPSC will definitely ask a question on these 9 important areas in UPSC mains, or you can use these 9 important areas about inclusion of LGBT in workplace. Those 9 important areas are: first one, it is policies and benefits; second, employee life cycle; third, employee network group; fourth, allies and role models; then fifth one, it is senior leadership; then sixth one, monitoring; seventh one, procurement; eighth one, community engagement; and ninth one is additional work. So these are the 9 areas which you can use for any other common worker to check their development, to check their inclusion into the workforce. Now about LGBT community, why it is important? LGBT stands for lesbians, gays, bisexuals and transgenders. In 2018, Supreme Court of India, it decriminalized consensual homosexual intercourse. This is the important thing. Now, this particular index, India Workplace Equality Index, was published by Suri Foundation in partnership with Pride Circle, then Stonewall UK and FICCI. What is FICCI? It stands for Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Here, one important thing that you have to remember, this India Workplace Equality Index was launched after Supreme Court's landmark reading down of Section 377, that is decriminalization of consensual homosexual intercourse. Then next important news is about sports. Breakdance has been included officially into the Olympic. That's why this news is important. Recently we have discussed 4 important Indian sports. They were included as a competitive sports in Khelo India Abhiyan that we are going to have in the year 2021. Now here some important information about breakdance. Breakdance is going to be official sports into the Olympic as per International Olympic Committee. The International Olympic Committee's pursuit to bring more and more urban young audience for the Olympic has led to inclusion of this breakdance into official sports of the Olympic. The street dance battles officially added to medal event program at 2024 Paris Games. So another important bit you have to remember, next Olympic will be held in Paris in the year 2024 after Japanese Olympic. What about break dance? See, it is athletic style of street dance. It is from United States, created by African American and a Puerto Rican youth in early 1970s. That's why this particular break dance is very, very important that you have to remember. Now, 4 kinds of movements have been included. They are top rock, down rock, power moves and freezes. Top rock, down rock, power moves and freezes. The next important news is about some of the important fighter jets. Why it is in news? The news is Boeing has recently announced the successful demonstration of the compatibility of FA-18 fighter jets, Super Hornet fighter jet with the Indian Navy's aircraft carrier as a part of its pitch for Navy's fighter procurement. Indian Navy is going to procure fighter procurement, and we are in discussion with many companies where Boeing's F-18 Hornet jet have found suitability for Indian fighter aircraft carrier, which could begin a new era of cooperation and development between Indian and US Navy, which is a good sign to tackle all kinds of Chinese aggression in Indian Ocean region. Now the information about this fighter jets. They are carrier based multiple fighter. Origin is United States. Manufacturer McDonnell Douglas Boeing Defense. First flight was in 1995. Introduction in 1999. Then 2001. Status it is in service of United States and Royal Australian Navy. These are the basic things you have to remember. No need to go for another basic aspect. Now, demonstration of compatibility has been found with Indian aircraft carriers. Super Hornet fighter jets with the Indian Navy's aircraft carrier have been found to be compatible, and they are expected to be inducted into the Indian Navy very soon. Now, what this demonstration shows, fighter jets would do well with Indian Navy's short takeoff but arrested recovery. Short takeoff but arrested recovery system. It is important. What is significance? This will provide a superior war fighting capability to Indian Navy, and cooperation in naval aviation between US and India will give US-India relationship a newer heights. Then next important news is about PNG. What is PNG? It is piped natural gas. Air Quality Commission's direction on piped natural gas is a new thing that we have to focus upon. So what it says, Air Quality Commission has directed all industries in natural capital region, that is national capital region, switch over to piped natural gas. Commission formed by Ministry of Environment. It said that you should focus more and more on piped natural gas. What is piped natural gas? It is used for domestic, commercial and industrial application. Credit of being a pollution free fuel, economic fuel and safer fuel. What are the benefits of this piped natural gas? It is uninterrupted supply, safety, eco-friendly, convenience, economical, and it will reduces the transportation cost. That's why it is important, and it will reduces the long lines on those petrol stations or gas stations. Then next important news is about Great Indian Bustard, which is critically endangered into the IUCN list. Why it is in news? So Ministry of Environment and Forest along with Wildlife Conservation Society has came up with a unique initiative of a firefly bird diverter. Firefly bird diverter, which will prevent any kind of accident of this Great Indian Bustard with the high tension electricity lines. It is India's unique initiative. These are some of the important information about Great Indian Bustard. I'll just read out these information. First thing, its conservation status is critically endangered. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Aves, order Otidiformes, family Otididae, and genus Ardiotis, that is Ardiotis neariceps. So it is the name. Here these are the points where this Great Indian Bustards has been found. We will go additional information. It is India's unique initiative Firefly bird diverter, which will divert the birds. It is unique initiative of India Firefly bird diverter for overhead power lines. Why it is called so, will go in it. In areas where Great Indian Bustards have been found. In wild, remember the Great Indian Bustards population has been decreased to just only 115 wild. That's why it is very, very important. It has been declared by Ministry of Environment and Forest along with Wildlife Conservation Society. Now here, why it is so, we'll go in details of these things, which is important. I'll just read out few important points which you have to keep in mind. First thing, a recent 2019 reports by Ministry of Environment pointed out that power lines, especially high voltage transmission line with multiple overhead wires, are the most important current threat for Great Indian Bustards where they are found in wild. And they have high mortality rate in about 15% of their population. Now, what is the significance of this Firefly bird diverter? So here it can be spotted from a distance of about 50 meters and they can change their path to avoid any kind of collision with the power lines. The Firefly detectors have been installed along two stretches of approximately 6.5 kilometers selected between Chacha to Dholia village in Pokhran Tehsil of Rajasthan. They have been experimental. The diverters are called as fireflies because they look like fireflies from a distance, shining in on power lines in the night. That's why they are important. The next important news is about health, where you could expect a question. Recently, World Health Organization has published a report about the global health status, which are the causes of disease and which are the causes of mortality, and we are going in details of these things which are very, very important. So first, Global Health estimated a report which said that by region, country and by age and sex, all these data have been given. Now it says new data covered the period from 2000 to 2019. This data can be a powerful tool to support decision making on health policy and resource allocation. Now this is the data that I am going to discuss with you, which is very, very important. Now what this data says, see, recent global health estimate published by World Health Organization said that non-communicable diseases, that is which are not transmitted by viruses, bacteria, fungi and all other kinds of microorganisms, non-communicable diseases are now make up 7 of the world's top 10 causes of death. It means if there are top 10 causes of death, out of those top 10, 7 causes are non-communicable diseases. It is an increase from 4 of the 10 leading causes in 2000. It means in last 10 years you can see it has rose by 3 spots to 7. The new data has been covered from 2000 to 2019, spanning almost 19 years. Now what it says, heart disease, this is the most important line. Heart disease has remained the leading cause of death at global level for last 20 years, heart disease. Then second, heart disease now represents 16% of total death from all causes, and the number of deaths from heart disease have increased by more than 2 million since 2000 to nearly 9 million in 2019. Now diabetes and dementia are also among the world's top 10 causes of death. So first one is heart, then another 2 are diabetes and dementia. Then a global decline in death from communicable disease can be found, which remains a major challenge in low and middle income countries. So communicable diseases are still a challenge in low and middle income countries. In 2019, pneumonia and other respiratory infections were the deadliest group of communicable diseases and together ranked as 4th leading cause of death, pneumonia and other respiratory diseases. But one important thing, or one solace, or one thing of comfort for us, HIV, that is AIDS, dropped from 8th leading cause of death in 2000 to 19th in 2019, which is a precautionary measures taken by people. And tuberculosis is also no longer in top 10, falling from 7th place in 2000 to 13th in 2019, with a reduction of 30% in global diseases. So this is a thing that you have to remember. This was all I wanted to discuss with you. I will request every one of you to go through all these current event lectures, which are very, very important for prelims as well as mains, and the data is very, very important, which you can use in your examinations. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much. We'll meet soon with next lecture. Thank you. Have a good day.